What's up, Lucky Gamers? It's Lucky Lux, and today we're going to be talking about Cream, the new character coming out for our new event. So we're going to be talking about her kit, where you can use her, what she's good for. Also going to talk about if she's just a 5-star Morris or not, right? So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button, comment down below what you guys think, and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more AG content. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the video. Alright guys, so this is Cream. She's going to be a blue. So we can look at her, which is level 60. She's going to be a blue healer. When it comes to her stats, her HP is a little low. She has a pretty nice defense. Her attack can be low. Of course, she's a healer. And then her speed is going to be pretty low. It's typically like same around like Morris. I think she's a little bit slower than Morris. But it's all good because she does have a lot to offer in her kit. Comes with her S1, deals damage equal to 106% of attack to a single enemy with a 25% chance to inflict attack reduction for 2 turns. You can get this up to a 50% chance to do attack reduction. Now, 50% chance is a little low, but it's okay because her other abilities are on a little bit long of a cooldown. But the attack reduction does help your team stay alive. A lot of bosses you can hit with attack drop. That's not that bad versus something like accuracy drop or anything like that. This one's actually pretty useful for keeping your team alive, especially against a single target boss, right? Her S2, recover allies for 18% of this unit's max HP. If a target has less than 50%, the healing is doubled. If a target has more than 50%, recover all allies for 8% of this unit's max HP. So this already is a really good ability because when it goes off of her HP, right, versus the unit's HP, so you're going to build her with health like you normally do. And so if the target is lower, right, you can pretty much full heal most characters. And then if they're already over 50%, right, then you just heal everybody for 8%. So she just gives you crazy heals with this. And this is on a 2-turn cooldown. Right, so you're going to be using this and doing the S1, using this, and then whenever the S3 comes back, but you're literally lowering the attack of the boss, right, allowing them not to hit you so hard, that way they don't put you, all the way below 50%, but then if they do, you get to heal a target. But if you heal a target and they're above 50 to keep them topped off, you can actually just heal everybody else. So it's not that bad to just keep spamming the heals on this character. The S3, recover all allies for 18% of the unit's max HP, generate a warding shield worth 20% max HP for 3 turns, and generate immunity for 2 turns, and grant damage resistance to the lowest HP ally 1 time. You can reduce this down to 4 turns. So a lot going on there, right? You get 20% less damage, a shield, and immunity. Like, bruh. So there's already a lot of people like doing a bunch of like debuff heavy teams, defense break, like anti-heal and all that. You can throw immunity out to help out, basically, especially if you're trying to do a bruiser meta. You have a shield, which is 20% of her max HP. A lot of people are building out like for these creams like 20k HP, 24, 25k HP already. So you're looking at what is that, like 4k, some people 5k shields just on top already. And then whoever has the lowest HP gets a damage resistance like buff, like automatically right there. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. And yes, this is on 4 turns, but you're using this. The shield worth lasts 3 turns, this lasts 2 turns. So in between that, you have the S2. You can also heal. Again, you're doing the attack reduction. This is a pretty nice kit for wanting to get some like Omega heals. Yes, it doesn't do action bar push like Morris, right? Morris on her S2 heals a single person and does the action bar push. And then on the S3, she can do the heals for everybody. Heron does action bar push. And then for the specific ally, pushes them forward. On the S3, does the same thing. So we have these healers who can do action bar push already, right? So one person might think, okay, so why would I use this character if I already have healers? So for one, she is more of a, she gives more buffs as a healer. The shield is pretty big, damage reduction, especially for like PvP. This could help you not get completely dumpstered on, especially if you're moving towards a bruiser meta type team. This is a character that you want to have a bunch of HP on, and she also has a unique equipment that helps her remove buffs as well. But like, she's going to give you a bunch of buffs with immunity, shield, and damage reduction to help keep your people alive. And then she also has a move that can double the healing. And then if they're already over 50, it just keeps everybody alive. So she's going to be heavy and sustain, especially as we're moving towards preparing for this raid that we have. You're needing a blue healer. Here you go, right? It could be for your third team. And that's if you like really like this character for waifu factor or whatever, you see the potential in her. Now you have also another healer instead of using like Kamaki or Pele or like, you know, some other healer Dianche. Like you can actually use a really, really strong healer that will keep your people alive, right? Because we already have like Alice and now Lila who give us the action bar push. So we don't necessarily need any more. Like we can just use a healer that's just going to keep our people alive to help us out if we're just lacking in damage. Like especially the Alliance boss that has the burns, you can clear those away, protect yourself from them. So really, really good. So we're going to do the trial and you get to see her kit and get to see how she works. All right, so we have a simulation battle, just really wanting to show Cream's abilities and just how the heals work, how quick you can get them. So depending on your speed with Cream depends on how you're going to use her abilities, right? So if you're in PvP and you have your Cream pretty fast and you end up going like after Timmy on your team or however you have your team set up, you're going to S3 because you get the immunity, the warding, shield, and damage reduction for the lowest HP ally to protect somebody who's typically like doing more DPS or they have lower HP. Then after that, of course, you're going to S2. Why? Because your people are going to be damaged. And you're going to heal the person who's taken the most damage. And if your team didn't take that much, right, you have a bulky team, then you just heal everybody. And then you have the attack reduction if you want to use that on basically the hardest hitting person on that enemy team. Right, so having a little bit of accuracy on her would not be a terrible thing, but mostly you want to have HP built out on her and some speed. That way she can take turns more. So we're going to go ahead and look at her S3, see how that looks. Oh, wow, I really like that. Oh, that's... Okay, I see why she waifu. I see why she waifu. Yeah, so that's her S3. And then you have, let's see, so that's 4 turns. We can go ahead and attack. Oh, they're not going to attack. So look at the S2. I mean, just, you get to see, like you use the S2, you S1, and then you can just S2. And then after you S2, you S3, right? Throw out another attack reduction when you have it leveled. And then you can S2. Like, you can just sit here and just cycle. Hit the S1. You get hit. Hit the S2. After you do that, S3. Like, it's such a crazy amount of healing. Like, you're healing every other turn, right? Like, and Morris does the same thing, but she doesn't provide as much of a heal and can't possibly heal everybody, right? So just kind of showing like, yeah, you don't have the action bar push, but a 5-star giving you pretty big heals, especially if you build her out with health. So to conclude, what are my final and actual thoughts of Cream? If you lack damage or you are not wanting to pay attention to the like mechanics of a boss fight, anything, then you can use Cream, especially in this upcoming raid, because the amount of healing that she provides and the shields, immunity, damage reduction, she can protect you while ignoring all of those things, right? If you are a free-to-play player and you're typically going to be a meta player, right, then you already have Morris. Everyone has Morris. A lot of people have Heron, which, you know, they like, you know, she has action bar push 50%, reduces the cooldowns, S3, 40%, 41% of HP, and removes buffs, right? So Until Cream gets her UE, she won't have that. Heron, she removes buffs, recovers all 35% of their max HP, and then gaining 50% action bar and granting 15% to her other allies. S2, she removes 2 buffs from the lowest HP target, gaining 35% action bar, but also gives everybody rejuvenation. Like, she does healing based off of missing health. Also, her S1 can heal. And then you have like Komaki, a lot of people like because it has a speed boost and defense boost on her. Also, she heals of their max HP, so especially if they're tanky, it's not relying on the healer's HP. Like, it'll actually heal them. So in some ways, like in earlier level, especially for like early game, 40% of their HP is a lot, especially if you don't have a lot of health on your healer, because your healer might be a lot less depending on how you've upgraded your characters, right? So you got Dianche, like if you wanted to use an off healer, like she gives a bunch of buffs and stuff, and she does max HP. Like the thing is that I could see a lot of free-to-play players just being like, she just seems like a worse 5-star version of like Morris, because Morris can heal more often than Heron, right? So like that's what a lot of people are going to say. It's just like a blue 5-star Morris because of what we already have. And the fact that I also showed like people could just absolutely use Heron, Morris, and Komaki and be fine, because if you build Heron right with her HP, the boss won't be a problem. So all in all, I'm saying that Cream is definitely skippable for a free-to-play player. I would not suggest it if you have Heron and Morris and Komaki. Like, it would just do a disservice to you. There's other characters that you could use to absorb damage or to possibly heal you. You could level up another character versus spending the gems to get the healer, right? Like, it just wouldn't be good for free to play. Now, if you're a PvP player, I would possibly also skip, only because the healer after this, and I'm saying if you're a free to play PvP player, the healer after this, Lewis, she's going to be a revive healer, so she's going to be even better for you in PvP meta. Like, immunity and shields and all that is pretty great, but we have healers that can just remove debuffs and heal really big. Like the shield, you can get a really big shield, but then we also have other characters who provide shields as well. So there's ways around that. Of course, she does it all in one, but it's not enough to really like summon on her. I'm still going to be grabbing her. That way I can just see how her heals will work in the raid. To give you guys time to make your final decision. But all in all, I'm unfortunately going to say that this character for free to play would be a definite skip, because we're having 2 healers back to back, and there's just a lot more characters coming out that are going to be amazing, especially with like the fact we got Jessie coming, Lobelia, and a lot of free to players are wanting to grab those characters. So I just can't advise a healer for free to plays right now, because they already gave us amazing healers, and most people have 3 or 4 healers already. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button. Comment down below what you guys think. Just give some valid points about Cream. We can talk about it. You also can catch me in Discord if you hit the link, and we can talk about it there as well. And also subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more of this AG content, and also see me play other games. You can also catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv Lucky Lux Gaming. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You lucky gamers, have a good one. Lucky Lux out.